Okay. They have a bathtub. Or hot tub. Excuse me. Thank you for meeting with me, Mr. Ngo. Kevin, please. I won't keep you long. I only have a few questions. How can I help? What was your impression of Justin? Justin seemed like a good kid, keen to learn, initially anyway, but it didn't last long. You don't sound overly impressed with him. I think the novelty wore off and he realized this was actually a job. It got to the point he was always late if he showed up at all. Do you have an idea as to why that is? I think it's a cliche, but I think he fell in with the wrong crowd. The wrong crowd? Kids these days would rather join a gang and run around town causing trouble than actually do something with their lives. Can you tell me more about Justin's behavior? When did his attitude change? It just became one thing after the next. I started out with the high hopes for him. Then his friend turned up at the office, and when I asked why he was here, Justin blew me off like a sullen child. You were his boss, surely you said something. I tried, but it fell off deaf ears. I'm sorry to say it, but most of the time it was easy to just ignore. Why didn't you just let him go? Originally I would have, especially with the intern, but I was doing it for his mother. You know Mrs. Kugler, we knew each other from high school, so it was her that contacted me. She wanted to work for Justin. It wasn't even paid, but she was adamant, said it was what Justin wanted. This friend of Justin's? You shouldn't judge by a book by its cover, but in this case, he looked like one of the wrong crowd I mentioned. He came in, said Justin had something for him, and when I told he wasn't here, he left. Did he say what Justin had for him? I think it was more Justin had something to sell. Would you recognize him if you saw him again? I don't know if I would recognize his face. I'll be likely to remember his tattoos. Justin had been getting home later recently, but you implied that he wasn't working late. He wasn't here. He was actually gone by close of business. What time roughly would you say? 5 p.m. He would be gone, long gone. It's normally just me left in the office. That's the life of a game producer. Thank you for your time, Kevin. No problem. Okay, Justin wasn't working late, became unreliable, initially interested. Justin was in the possession of drugs. Yeah. Looking to buy something memorable tattoo, mystery visitor producer. Okay. Okay, do we have to inspect? Yeah, we do. Okay. From unknown to Justin. I hear you're the guy to talk to. I'm trying to get my hands on something for the weekend. I'm looking for top grade, and I've heard yours is the best. Are you around tonight? I can meet you downtown park 7 p.m. Email to Justin, meeting in park, potential drug dealer. All employees are reminded to sign out all equipment every time. The sign out sheet has not been kept up to date, and a number of items have recently gone missing. If everyone has any of the missing kit and forgot to sign them out, please let me know ASAP. Everyone has access to the equipment and I'm sure we all want to stay that way. If this persists, equipment will be restricted and monitored. Any questions, my door is always open. Okay. Strange drawings. No? No? Okay. You have only Justin working here at Deli Deli? That's correct. He was, that was his terminal over there. I unlocked it before you arrived. I take is that email is news to you? If ever there was a sign he was involved in something he shouldn't be. I saw the sign about the missing equipment. Things have been going missing and as expected, no one seemed to know anything about it. What sort of things? It started out small. It was when pricier items started working out the door that I took notice. How pricey are we talking? Thousands of dollars worth of equipment missing in the space of a couple of months. Can you tell me about these drawings I found? I found them on Justin's desk. He was a talented artist, but those weren't for any of our projects. You didn't seen these drawings before? You hadn't seen? I certainly hadn't asked him to work on anything like that. It almost looks like a tattoo design or logo. Drug related. Missing equipment. Yeah. Do you have any suspects for the missing equipment? A few months ago I would have even thought it could be Justin, but it's too coincidental. This is with his attitude change and that friend of his showing up, he left me no choice. No choice to do what? When he was away from his desk, I went through his bag. I knew as an employee I shouldn't have, but it was my equipment flying out of the door. Pretending you hadn't just told a cop you broken the law. You broke the law. Did you find any signs of the missing equipment? Nothing, only more of those drawings. He wasn't happy when I questioned him either. You told him you had been through his bag? I had to try and get the truth. He was my only real suspect, but I got nothing. These drawings of Justin's you mentioned, they look like a tattoo. What makes you say that? The guy that came in asking if Justin had something similar on his forearm, only faded. Do you think Justin could have copied it from him? Maybe. It wasn't identical, but similar enough. Almost like an updated copy. Excuse my bluntness, but you appear to have seen the real Justin. What do you think happened to him these past months? Even after everything, I hope it wasn't a gang he got himself involved with. But judging by the looks of the company he kept, he had the opportunity to make something of himself. It was a real shame to see him throw that all away. Okay. Gang member question? No proofs, Justin stole equipment. Gang affiliation, gang related, theft related. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. Huh. Although, there was no proof, so I would say gang-related, drug-related. How did you get on? How did you get on? Is Justin really the innocent boy Donna believes? Let's just say Justin had decided to him that she was obvious too. Do you think she was lying? No, I think she was in denial. No mother wants to believe their kid is involved with that sort of thing. Max must know more about the real Justin. Maybe we should bring him in for further questions. Good idea. How did you get anywhere? Did you get anywhere with the logo on the bed? Yeah, it's from the sports bar downtown. One of the regular hunts? Maybe once or twice. Lead the way. Interesting place. I can see why you like it. I don't know if I would say like. Oh, that's the logo again. Mr. Abbott, I'm Detective Clarke. I'm over here. And over there is my partner, Detective Huston. About time. You were here in the trouble last night, right? What trouble? Those kids were back. You apparently gave them a warning last time Fat Lot that did. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry isn't going to stop them. They were intimidating my customers again, vandalizing the bar again, and they stole my pride and joy. I have a feeling my questions may be all related. Then ask away if it helps catch those thugs. What do you need to know? Let's start with you telling me about these kids that came in. I told you this isn't the first time I've reported them causing havoc. Well, this is the first time I've investigated it, so if you could answer my question. Fine. About 10 of them came charging in and headed it straight to the bar, for the bar. You didn't serve them? I'm not stupid, not like they didn't try though. They were loud and annoying, but they were just in the distraction. They were just the distraction. While I was dealing with them, one of them was trashing my pool table. The one at the pool table, was he their ringleader? Not sure if you want to call him the ringleader, but he was definitely the one causing the damage. If he was acting alone, perhaps he was showing off or showing his worth to the gang. Maybe if that's what he was doing, he did a good job. He was definitely the main attraction. I don't know, supposed to be heard the surname Matthews? Zeke Matthews? I've been out of the troublemaking business a long time, but even I know you don't use full names. Would you be able to give me a description of him? Apart from being in his late teens, nothing distinct about him, just your average thug. What's so important about him anyway? We've had reports of similar damage in other businesses around town. They could be linked. It wouldn't surprise me they get away with it once. They're going to keep doing it. Vandalized pool table caused all damage. Gang of teens came in the previous night, causing havoc. Guy Abbott owner. Okay, let's investigate. Zeke's tag. Okay. Presentation case missing bat. That's interesting. black spray paint. I assume this is the spray paint he was using. Must be. The time I got around the bar, he had already finished his art. Just damn scribbles, if you ask me. Tell me about the empty case, your pride and joy. She's my badge, the struggler that made me to the high school home run record. Well, for a year at least. Unfortunately, your slugger is now evidence in a homicide. They're still the only thing that means anything to me, and use it as a weapon. I hope you're going to find that damn kid. Are you saying it was the same kid that damaged the pool table who took it? You saw him? Of course I did. The little punk got behind the bar and stole it from its case without a second thought. So you actually saw Ziki go behind the bar and steal the bed. Why didn't you try to stop him? I had come round the front of the bar to grab one of them, and when I looked back, that Zeke kid has his hands all over my bed. Just to reiterate, it was only Ziki behind the bar. Sounds like he was putting on a real show. He was the only one, but that doesn't mean the others are any less guilty. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just trying to gauge how much Zeke was acting on his own accord. The others thought it was hilarious and were goading him on, if that makes any difference. So Zeke now has a hold of the bed. What happened next? I chased him. Well, tried to. Didn't have much chance of keeping up. And that was the last you saw of them. Any idea where they were going? Running out of the lot, I heard something about a Max. I was a bit too preoccupied to worry about where they were going. Are you sure it was Max you heard? Yeah, they could have been any of them or just another thug. I wouldn't know the difference. Ziki mentioned Max. Guy accused Ziki of stealing that and encouraged Ziki. Guy's priced slugger. Okay. Well, is this connected? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. Help me. Well, okay. So we can connect Ziki in his gang with the bad that killed Justin. Guy's account of Ziki stealing it from behind the bar confirms it's strange that he was the only one on some sort of vandalism rampage, showing off to his gangmates. Maybe he was proving a point that he deserves his place in the gang. If the Justin was running with Ziki's rival, surely there's a motive to attack him too. What's better way to get a name for yourself than killing someone from a rival gang? I think it's time we found Ziki. Where is he? Ziki Matthews? What? Baseball bat? Why? Let's go. Oh, I spoke with Uniform. We were right. The two gangs are at the war. Something Max Glover can probably shed some light on. About that, nobody knows where he is. Do you think he ran? Let's get Uniform on it. We need to find him. We may have a more pressing matter to deal with first. Over finding our runaway Max? A call just came in. A body has been found in the parking lot of Guy's sports bar. Ziki Matthews. Sounds like someone caught up with him before we could. I'll start the car. Guy Abbott called it in. Let's see what he's got to say. Mr. Abbott, what a pleasure to see you again so soon. Wanna tell us what's going on? I thought that was pretty obvious. Mind if we go over a few details? Ask away. Ziki Matthews is dead at your front door. You don't have to tell me. I found him. I need you to walk us through what happened. I was behind the bar as usual as I heard something going on in the parking lot. Can you elaborate? I'm used to someone not handling their beer and starting something, but the usual suspects were inside. So I came out and saw the kid on the ground. Tell me more about what you heard. The bar was quiet, so the sound of riving and wheel spin caught my attention. Sometimes joyriders think it's clever to do donuts out here. And then what? Then I heard a loud thud. It was heavy, like a deadweight, hitting the ground. Sorry, bad choice of words. Seems an awful coincidence that Ziki vandalizes your bar and the next day he shows up dead in your parking lot. I called you guys. If I kill someone, do you really think I would do it here? That doesn't answer my question. I told you I was behind the bar. All the guys in the bar can confirm it. I only heard Ziki was around when Reed called. Wait, who is Reed? What do you mean Reed called? From the diner? He's had more a hassle with Ziki than anyone. He called earlier to say he'd been hanging around at the diner again. What else did Mr. Stanfield have to say? Not a lot. He seemed pretty fired up and said I would be ready if he came back, but he never ever made to my door. Got a call from Reed about Ziki, found the body, heard riving and wheel spin, vehicle, possible joyriders. Alright. Severe trauma, broken bones. Broken glass, blood on glass. Tire tracks. Twisted metal. Metallic paint. Brick. Security camera, possible footage. Okay, let's talk to our partner. Well, I didn't see this coming. Nothing in this town surprises me anymore. What are you thinking? The security camera, any chance we can get a copy of the footage? It's been buzzed for a while now. More of Zicky's handiwork. Out of commission camera? Okay. Honestly, I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm so confused right now. Well, I have to make one link and I don't understand. Like, what? Help. Well, I kinda did that, didn't I? Well, I kinda did that too. What? Severe trauma tire tracks. Wow, really? I think I might have something. What are you thinking? His injuries are too severe for just an old-fashioned gang beat down. What about a vehicle? If you're right, it was a vehicle. These fragments must be from a collision. They must have hit him with some speed to cause that much damage. Another dead kid on our hands. Who do we have? A suspect, Reed? Could we have done it for Donna? Could he have done it for Donna? I don't think he would go that far. Reed told us Ziggy and his gang was carrying away his customers. If that meant he was losing business, that diner is his livelihood. That's a more likely motive for me. And what do you make of the phone call? Questionable. Why wouldn't he just phone us? Unless he was going to take matters into his own hands. Max is still, whatever that's supposed to mean, missing with a pretty strong motive. He hid in the trash while his friend was beaten to death. That has to scar you. Maybe he's out for revenge. He can't rule him out. We need to find him. We can't. Zicky's killed Max's best friend. Zicky threatened Reed's business. Broken glass headlight damage. Twisted metal. Bumper damage. Well, we can go for it already, so it's read or max. What? Vehicle. Let's go.